Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm gonna show you how you can convert some designs like this one that I have in here into HTML and CSS websites. Alright, so this is a kind of a feature that is required by a lot of companies, and even if you want to freelance, there is a lot of companies that they might have some kind of designs and they want someone to convert them. It can be for WordPress or just for normal websites. So what I'm gonna do in here today, I'm gonna show you right now the website that we are gonna build. So it's gonna be this one. Let me just like scroll down a bit so you guys can see. This is a theme, by the way. This is a theme by Theme Forest. So I don't have like the PSD files from it, but we will build something very similar to this. So I will get, for example, some kind of images in here from websites like this one in here, Unsplash, that you can get a lot of free images. I'm gonna be using some Google fonts to replace the fonts that we have in here, and so on. So this first video in here, I'm gonna be building this header section so the video doesn't get too long. And yeah, guys, if you want to support the channel, I will put some links down below with some Gumroad links, where you will have all the files and all the code and all the videos of these sessions. So if you want to take these, download and whatever, you can support the channel, and you can get this forever on your local computer. But if you cannot support me or anything, just watch the full series. It's completely free, and copy the code. Alright, don't ask me to send you the code. If you want to get the code, you can get in here. And by the way, check my website. I'm gonna drop, I don't know if it's today or tomorrow, a new course on how to build a website from scratch. Something like this, but a little bit more in depth. Alright, so let's get started with this. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here into my Visual Studio Code. It's a completely empty project, so I'm gonna put this one in here. So this is a completely default starter HTML page. I just use the Emmet plugin to put all of these. If you are using Visual Studio Code, it's gonna have for you the same. Alright, let's go in here. I'm gonna put something like PSD to HTML. I'm gonna say something like Photoshop to HTML, because I have in here on Photoshop, I don't have the files, the separate files, but we will do something in here. So let's build this section in here. First of all, the header. Alright, so first thing, I'm gonna put in here a header. I'm gonna put a header. Okay. So this is gonna be, let's go in here. This is gonna be, all this section is gonna be our header container. And inside, I'm gonna put a nav element to cover this part. Okay. So let's put a nav element in here. And now, inside of this nav, I'm gonna have maybe like a H2 title in here for this. And then I'm gonna have an unordered list for this one. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So I'm going in here and I'm gonna put an H2 for the title. I think the title was foodie. Okay, and then we can have a UL with LIs 7. Okay, look at this shortcut. I'm gonna press tab, bam, we got everything in there. So we got welcome menu restaurant, so welcome menu restaurant. We got events and find us. Events and find us. In here is gonna be an icon, and in here is gonna be another icon. Right, let's save this up. I'm just open this in the browser, and this is what we have at the moment. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit so you guys can see better. So we got our title and we got our unordered list, which is gonna be our navigation bar in here. Right, okay, let's put now in here this welcome and this 5 stars restaurant. So this is gonna be outside of the nav. I'm gonna put maybe H2 in here. So it's gonna be, let me just see quickly. Welcome, okay? Welcome. And this one is gonna be a H1. And in here it says 5 stars, 5 stars restaurant. Yeah, that's it. And after, I'm gonna have an anchor element that at the moment is not gonna link anywhere. That's why I put this hashtag. And I'm gonna put in here book a table. I think that's what says in there. Let's see. Book table. Okay, book table. So we got this one ready. Let me just see. That's it. We got everything. Let's start styling this up. All right. So let's start putting in here first of all some stylings. I'm gonna put new file. I'm gonna do save as. Look in here in the folder where I have my index.html. I'm gonna create another folder in here, CSS. I already have it in there. And I'm gonna call this main.css. Main.css. Alright, save this. I need to put in here a link to reference that. So it's gonna be inside of the CSS folder and the file is called main.css. Let's put in here something just to see if it's working. Background color blue. Refresh the page and it's working. Perfect. Let's get rid of this. I'm gonna start with targeting everything with a star. I'm gonna put margin 0, padding 0. Okay. And this is just like to reset all the elements on the page. I like to do this on all my projects. And I want my box sizing, so box sizing to be border box. This is just to make sure that when you are putting a width or a height on an element, it's going to contain as well the padding and the margin. If you never know about this, just do a little bit of researching, but this is what it does. Just to make sure when you put a width, it's going to be the same width that you want. Right. Let's start in here, first of all, to put the background image. So I'm going to put in here header. Okay. And I'm going to put background. Okay. And I'm going to put URL. And the URL is going to be, look, this is my index.html. We are in here on the main.css. We need to go one level up to the images. And then I have this image called hero.jpg. So we need to go one level up, go into images folder, and then hero.jpg. Okay. Like I said, guys, look at this. This website in here called Unsplash has a lot of free photos. I just grabbed one of those in here. I'm not sure. Look, it was this one. So if you want, like I said, I'm gonna put all these files and everything on Gumroad. If you want to support the channel and buy it, you can get it from there. If not, you can get all of these for free. Copy the code and download the images from this website. All right. Okay, so we got this ready. I'm gonna give it a height as well of maybe 500 pixels. Let's see how does it look like. Here we go. Let's refresh. I'm gonna take the zoom out. Okay, this is fine. I'm gonna do a background size to be covered. Let's refresh, and yeah, it's better. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna put these like 800 pixels. I don't know. Maybe some. You know, my window is a little bit too big, so let me just get these a little bit in here so you guys can see better. Something like this, I guess it will be better for you to see. Okay, something like this, because my screen is too big. Right, but as you can see, this image in here is going to be too bright for our text. You can't see it really well. So what we can do in here is pass in here some kind of linear gradient. I'm going in here, look, W3C schools, they have everything you need to know. Let's apply a linear gradient that by default goes from the top to bottom, okay? So I'm gonna put this like this, linear gradient. And then I'm gonna put a comma for the URL and save this. Look. Now the linear gradient goes in here from the top to the bottom. We put red and we put this one. But now I'm gonna put in here RGBA. Okay, this is gonna be one of the colors to have some kind of opacity, RGBA. And I'm gonna put a color black, so 0.0.0. So this is the black, the RGB color for black. And then the last one is gonna be the opacity. I'm gonna put it maybe 0.5. Okay? So the three first zeros, this is the RGB color. Look, if you move this thing around, look, you can see that the values move in there. Alright, so I just want black. I'm gonna do the same in here, and then the last one, 0.5 is opacity. If you put 1, it's gonna be completely black, opaque. But if you put 0, 0, it's gonna be completely transparent. Let's refresh, and there you go. Okay, we got a little bit of opacity. Let's put maybe 0.4 to be a little bit like this. Let's refresh it. This is fine. Now, okay, let's start putting in here some classes. I'm gonna put in here a class of logo, okay? And let's go in here. I'm gonna target my logo. I'm gonna give it a color of white, okay? And now I'm gonna apply in here some kind of Google fonts. If you remember, look in here, look at this font, it's gonna be hard to find exactly the same font on Google Fonts, but I found this one, I think it's this one, yeah, that is quite similar, is yesteryear, okay? So when you go in here, this is the Google Fonts website, you can do a search in here at the top, look, where I'm typing, you see? And you can put this name that I have in here, yesteryear, and you go to this page. So this is the one that I want to get. So I'm gonna copy this link in here, put it on my index.html before my main.css, and now I can use this one in here, font family, yesteryear, and the other one is gonna be just a fallback to recursive. Okay, and I'm gonna give it a font size of, I don't know, maybe 22 pixels. Let's see how does it look like. Let's go back in here. Oh, let's go in here. Let's refresh. It's not too big. It's not too big. Let's see 40 pixels. Let's refresh, and yeah, much better. Much better. Let's see how does it look like. Yeah, I think it's the same. Look, it's the same, it's fine. So we got this one in here with this. Let's do the same for this menu in here. So I'm going in here to my UL. I'm gonna give it a class of nav menu. Okay, so let's go. Nav menu. I'm gonna put it as a list style to be none. Okay, what is this gonna do is when you have usually a an ordered list, it's gonna have this kind of dots, so this is gonna remove them. And I'm gonna put the LIs to be displaying next to each other. So what I'm gonna do in here is I'm gonna put a display of inline block. Okay, look, now they are all vertical with the inline block on the LIs. Look, now they are all in here. Alright, so we got this one fine. Let's put these two now just in here in the same line, but one on the left and one on the right. For that, look, we got this one in here and this one in here. They are siblings, okay? They are next to each other. And the parent of these two is nav, alright? So we are gonna target nav in here. So nav is gonna have a display of flex. This is just to make sure that we can use flexbox, alright? So we're gonna put display of flex on it, and then we're gonna do justify content space between. What this is gonna make is push one to the left, one to the right, and it's gonna be in the same line. Look at this. Let's refresh. Look, now this one is in here. You barely can see it because it's black. I'm gonna increase this now. And this one is in here on the left, okay? If you want two things on the same line but on each side, opposites of the page, this is what you need to do. On the parent, put display flex, justify content, space between. Alright, so let's go in here into our nav menu. We're gonna put a color of white, and let's put in here a font size of I don't know, maybe 40 pixels. I don't know how this is gonna look like, but let's see. Refresh. This is too big, okay? We need to make it smaller. I'm gonna put maybe 26 pixels. Let's see. Let's refresh. It's still big. Maybe let's put 20. Alright. Okay. We got this one in here. It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. Let's see. And all of them, they are, look in here. All of these letters of this nav menu, they are on uppercase. So we're gonna go in here and do text transform uppercase. You could go in here and just put them all uppercase, but like manually, but you can also use this one. So let's refresh, and yeah, now they are all uppercase. I think they are still a little bit too big. I'm gonna put maybe, I'm not sure, maybe 18 pixels is gonna be fine. Yeah, 18 pixels is fine. Alright, so now let's try to find a font that is similar to this one in here. The one that I found, I think, is this one. This Oswald or Oswald, I don't know how you can pronounce it. So yeah, if you want to copy this font, use this one, Oswald. Or you can find another one that you think is better. Let's go in here to the bottom and copy this link of the reference to our index in here just before... Oops, just before our main.css. And now in here on our allies that I have in here, I'm gonna copy this font family Oswald, just like this. Let's go in here, let's refresh. Yeah, looks much better. But let's put these maybe 16 pixels. I think it's still a little bit too big. Right, okay. As you can see, look, I'm gonna put a little bit of padding of space in here on the left and on the right. And on the top as well. So for that, I'm going to my nav, okay? The nav in here, because this is our container of these two elements. This is the parent, okay? So in here, I'm gonna put something like padding, maybe like 40 pixels. Maybe 30 pixels top and bottom, 40 pixels left and right. Let's save this, refresh, and it looks much better now. It looks much better. Let me just see again. Yeah, we will style this a little bit better as well. Okay, we got this one. Now I also see that let me go in here and just make sure that I see. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, we got this one ready. Let's do a little bit of spacing. Let's do a little... I think I should do it even a little bit smaller. But it's fine, because if it's less than 16 pixels, it's going to be very small. So this is fine. I'm going to put a little bit of space between them. So I'm going to put some padding on... actually, actually, I'm not gonna put anything at the moment in here because I need to put some anchor elements, because this should take you after to somewhere else. Okay, href. Okay, I'm gonna just put like this. Okay, you should put always, just remember this, you should always put your anchor elements inside of the LIs. This is something that when I was starting to learn HTML and CSS, I remember that I never knew if is the anchor element outside or inside of the LIs. So it's inside. Okay, let's just copy this one up. Okay, I'm gonna copy this, copy this, copy this. I'm gonna leave this one out for now, the icons, because we're gonna add them in a second. Let's just like put these in a correct way. Okay, let's put this in here, and in here, and let's get this out. Okay, let's refresh. Look, it's a little bit different now. What I'm gonna do in here is my nav menu LIA. Okay, anchor element. I'm gonna say text decoration to be none. What this is gonna do is just get rid of these. Look, it gets like all blue and with this underline. This is what happens by default on the anchor elements. Look, this is gone, and now we also want this color. I'm gonna take this color from here, from the nav menu, and apply it in here, in the anchor elements. Alright, so now this is up, but I need to keep it in there anyway, because of the icons. I will do something about the icons as well after. Okay, we got this one ready. Let's give it a little bit of space. So I'm gonna put in here some padding left, maybe 10 pixels. I don't know if this is too much or not, but we will see. Padding right. Okay. Let's refresh, and yeah, I think it looks better. I think it looks better. Okay. So we got this one. We got the welcome menu, restaurants. Let's now target this welcome in here. So let me go in here to my class. I'm gonna call this one header title 1. Okay, and this one in here is gonna be header title 2, and this one in here is gonna be header CTA, like call to action button. Right, we got this one. Let's first of all, let me go in here into my header. Where is it, my header? I'm gonna put text align to be center. So all of this is in the center now. So that's what we want. Okay. Right. So let's see what color is this one. Just go in here, copy this code that is in here on the side. I'm gonna put, where is it? Header title 1 is gonna have this color. It's gonna have a font size of maybe 24 pixels. I need to test this. And also, I want to get this kind of font. So I found this one, which is the Rochester. Look. So I'm gonna copy this one from Google Fonts as well. Copy this link of reference. Go into my index.html. Paste it before my main.css. Let's save this, of course, don't forget. And now in here, I need to use this one. Font family Rochester. And for some reason is not available, we use this cursive as a fallback. Okay. Let's go back in here. Let's refresh the page. And there you go. Okay, it's still very small. I'm gonna put maybe like 44. I'm not sure. Let's see. I think it looks better. Look, welcome. Let's see how does it look in here. Yeah. I think it looks better. So we got this one in here, and now our 5 stars, where is it? It's gonna be white. So our 5 stars is gonna use which one? Ah, we already have this font. So this font is, where is it? Oswald's. So it's gonna be our header title 2. So I'm gonna put the font family. I'm gonna put the color to be white. Okay. And let's see. I'm gonna put the font size to be 55 pixels. Let's refresh the page. Yeah. Okay. But look, all the letters, they are very, very close to each other. So I'm going to put some kind of letter spacing. Maybe 3 pixels, I don't know. Yeah, maybe 10 pixels. I don't know, maybe this is too much. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, maybe 8, maybe 6, I don't know. Maybe 6. This is fine. Okay, we got this one right. Let's see. We should actually push this welcome a little bit down. Look, because it's just down here. Let's push it down. Alright, so let's go in here to our header title 1. I'm gonna put a margin. I'm gonna put a margin top of, I don't know, 100 pixels. Let's see. Yeah, you see, it looks better now. Maybe I'm gonna even put like 200 pixels. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little bit better. It's in here. Maybe it's a little bit too much. I'm gonna put maybe 170. Let's refresh. Oh, something wrong in here. What did I do? Let's just undo. Okay, 170. Refresh, and now it's in here. So it's better. Let's see also in here the space on the bottom. Maybe I'm gonna put a margin bottom. Margin bottom of, let's say, 50 pixels. I don't know. Let's see how does it look like. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's too much. Maybe 25 pixels. Refresh. I think this is nice. It's too much. It's too much. 15. Yeah, now is a little bit better. Of course, guys, remember that I don't have the PSD file. If I would have the Photoshop file where you can see the exact size of the font and everything, you know, it would be much closer. But we will build a very close website to what it looks in here, alright? Alright, let's go in here to this book table button now. First of all, let me go in here, grab this color. I'm gonna copy this. I think it's this one, yeah. I'm gonna copy this. And I got header CTA button. So header CTA button. It's gonna have a color of, instead of putting these like hashtag FFF for white, you can also just write down like this, white, okay? For all of you that you are just starting out for the first time. So color white for the text, and then for the background color, I'm gonna put something like this color that I got from Photoshop. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a padding of maybe 10 pixels top and bottom, 20 pixels left and right. I'm gonna put some text decoration to be none. Like you remember, guys, look, this is blue, and with this kind of underline we want to get rid of it. Let's refresh the page and look, it looks much better now. Let's push this a little bit down, this button. For that, we will give this one, this title, a margin bottom to push this one down. So header title 2, I'm gonna do a margin bottom of 25 pixels. Maybe like that. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's not too bad. I think the title in here is a bit too big, so let's just put some font size in here. Maybe like 14 pixels. We will see. Yeah, I mean, it depends, you know, the scales might be different. So I'm gonna leave it like this because otherwise it's gonna be very, very, very small. Okay, we got the title, we got this title as well, we got our book title. So let me just see. Let's see if the space is fine. Yeah, I think the space is fine. I'm gonna give it maybe like 30 pixels. Okay, so we got this one ready. Let's refresh. This is fine. What else can we put in here? Right, so we got this one, we got this one. Let's just put some kind of hover in here. Okay, I'm gonna put in here hover. And what I'm gonna do in here is I'm gonna put a color to be maybe a little bit darker. So I'm going in here. Let's see if I can select this with Visual Studio Code. Sometimes, sometimes it lets me, sometimes not. Let's just do this, okay, and see. Let me just refresh the page. Oh, it's not the color. I want the background color. Background color. Refresh. I don't think this is like the color that I want. Let me just go back again. Okay, I got this one. Okay, I'm gonna make it a bit darker, just like this. Right, let's refresh. Yeah, now it's better, but look, it's a little bit too fast when you put your mouse on the top. So what I'm gonna do is in here, I'm gonna put a transition on all. So this transition could be, for example, for widths, height, background colors, font size, whatever is gonna change when you put a hover. I'm gonna target everything. You could put just the name, for example, background color in here, if I just want to target the background color. But just as is, that's it. So like this, I want this change to take 0.3 seconds and to be is in out. There is all these ones. Is in out, is out. Choose the one that you like the best. This is the one that I like the best. Okay, let's refresh. Look, much smoother now, much smoother. Okay, so we got this one. Let's do the same in here at the top on these links. So let me just go in here. Let me copy this. Let me grab this color. Let me copy. Okay, where is the color? Is this one. So my nav menu. Okay, so nav menu LIA on hover. When you hover it, I want the color to be this one. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same for the transition. Okay, just so you guys can see, look, instead of 0.3 seconds, if I put 2 seconds, what's gonna happen? Let's refresh. Look at this. Okay, it takes a long time. I just want these 0.3 seconds. In here, I'm just gonna put color. Okay, let's refresh. Look, much nicer. Okay, so we got all of these in here. Let me see if he's missing something. We got these icons. I'm not gonna do this part in here because I think it's useless. This is not gonna be a slider anyway. This is just a static HTML that we are gonna build of all this page. But let's put these icons in here now quickly. So for the icons, I'm gonna actually do something like this. What's it called? Font awesome. So font awesome. They have a lot of free icons that you can use. Okay, start using for free. Click these. So you just have to free all. I'm just gonna copy these. Okay, I copy this one. So let me go in here to my index. Let me put this before everything. Okay, and now I want a search, something like this one. Okay, so search. Look, some of them are pro, so you need to pay for it, but some of them are free, like this one. So I'm gonna click on this one, and what I need to copy in order for this to work is this one, this code. You can download it, or you can just like click and it's gonna copy this code. So if I go in here and instead of this icon, I'm gonna put this FA search. This is the code that I copy from there. If I go in here, I refresh. Look, now there is a magnifying glass search. Okay, this is what I wanted. And now I want as well, let's see, what's the other one? This is kind of a bag, right? So let's go in here to our font awesome. I'm gonna put in here bag. Yeah, I guess this one in here is similar. So I'm gonna just go copy this one. The code is in here. Look, even shows the copy HTML. I put the code in here. This I class, whatever. Don't forget that you need to put this link at the top like I showed you before. So you can use all of these things. If you don't copy this link, look, I'm gonna go again. This link, this is on the front page. If you don't put this link, you can't use these icons. Right. Let's just see how does this look like at the moment. Look, now there is a bag in here. But if you check in here on the design, this bag is a little bit bigger than all the rest of the things. So let me go in here. Let me put just a class of my bag, my dash bag. Alright, so I'm gonna put in here my dash bag. And I'm gonna put in here font size of maybe 20 pixels, I don't know. So you can control the size of, you can control the size of these icons with font size. Look, maybe I'm gonna put 40 pixels. Let's see. You see, now it's bigger than the rest. I don't want too big like that. I'm gonna put maybe 26 pixels. Refresh, oops, not this one, but this one in here. Refresh, and now it's a little bit bigger than the rest. I need to push it. Oops, let's go back in here. I need to push it a little bit, give it a little bit of space. So I'm gonna put in this one, search, a class of search. And in this search, I'm gonna give it a margin left 20 pixels, margin right 20 pixels. Refresh, and look, now the space is much better. Let's just try a little bit. Maybe this section in here, I'm gonna put it a little bit more, a bit darker, so you can see this one better. So let's go in here at the top again. Instead of 0.4, I'm gonna put maybe 0.7. Let's see how does it look like. Maybe it's too dark, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's too dark. Maybe I'm gonna put on the top 0.7, but down here I'm gonna put 0.4. Because this goes from top to bottom, alright? Yeah, look, I think it looks better. A little bit darker at the top and a little bit lighter at the bottom. Alright? So, that's it for this first video, guys. I hope it was not too long. And yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, just as usual, put them down below. If you want to support the channel, make sure that you buy this video. You know, it's going to be very cheap. I'm going to put only a few dollars. You get all these videos and all the code. If you buy it now, even though there is not everything in there at the moment, it will be in the future. But you get all the files and all the videos, so you don't have to copy anything. Alright guys, I hope you are enjoying this, and I'll see you in the next video.